Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
In this video, what we want to tell you is what not to do in Mexico. The do's, the don'ts, but especially what not to do. It's important to know those things. What we like to do in our videos is we like to give you information and also we like to entertain you. And so in this video, we're going to give you some helpful hints to allow you when you come to Mexico. It could be a vacation, or maybe you're visiting, or maybe you decided to live here, on what not to do so your trip is a lot more enjoyable. So we're going to answer these questions in here. Don't lose your visa. When you get off of that plane, they're going to give you a little slip of paper, and you're going to fill it out, and at the bottom they're going to tear it off, this little slip, and you're going to put that with your passport. And when you get back and to leave the country, you want to turn that in. And if you don't, you're going to have to go through a whole process through immigration. So don't lose your visa. Don't expect to use your Google Translator here. I bought one, and it's on my phone, I should say, and I was expecting to use it. I thought, this is great. I won't have to learn Spanish. I can use my Google Translator. But the problem is, in a restaurant and around, it's so noisy around you, so all these sounds are coming from all different things, and your little device you have in your hand, it's picking up all those sounds. It gets confused, and so it's very frustrating. If you want to use the voice part, if you want to type it in and you want to do the text part of it, do that, and that'll simplify it for you. So don't expect your Google Translator to translate for you. Lori, what shouldn't they do?
Well, they shouldn't drink the tap water.
No, don't drink the water. But you know, ice cubes are okay because they purify the ice, especially in the resort areas and in the restaurants here. Mexico has a law that they have to use purified water for ice here.
Yeah, in a restaurant. So you have to do that. Not sure, if you're not sure.
So by watching the water that you drink, get the bottled water, and there's the cap on it, it's sealed. Make sure that sealed is there, and that way you're not going to get Montezuma's revenge.
Yeah, make sure you eat, make sure you clean your vegetable very well if you're going to cook yourself.
Yeah, and fruits too. Make sure they're washed. So you don't want to eat vegetables and fruits unless they're washed.
Yeah, make sure you wash very, 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 very good.
Yeah.
And the other thing, don't expect the Mexican food gonna taste like Mexican food in USA or Canada. This is a real Mexican food. It's a taste different, okay?
Yeah, and so watch out too. If you're not used to spicy, be careful with that too, because again, don't eat too spicy of food. That could create a problem.
It could make your stomach ache if you eat too spicy. The other thing, don't forget the tip. The taxi or the waiter or waitress, they don't have pay like a regular pay, so they pay less and then they expect the tip. And this tip is going to be 10% to 15%. That is good help for them.
Yeah, so it's important that they tip. You know, it's a poor country, and you know, just be generous with your tips. They really do appreciate that here. The other thing is you want to make sure that even in a gas station, you tip the gas station attendant. That's how they get paid, just by tips. And so be generous with your tips. Now, what won't hurt at all is if you brush up on your Spanish. So don't expect them to understand you. Remember, you're in Mexico, you're visiting Mexico, so brush up on your Spanish a little bit. You know, it doesn't have to be too complicated. It could be just like, good morning, good afternoon, good day, how are you today? Just little things like that. And they feel very, very happy when you use, you know, a little bit of Spanish. And in a restaurant, maybe you want to get a few words there, and that'll help you out, especially if you're vegetarian or vegan and something like that. So learn those words.
Yeah, it's a good idea to learn all of the words a little bit, even they don't understand, but they see you try. They're very happy and appreciate who you are.
don't pass up the opportunity to socialize with some of the local people here. And they're very gracious. Be cautious, if somebody approaches you on the street and you feel like you don't feel comfortable with them. But if you feel comfortable with them, don't pass up that opportunity to make friends with them. We've had a lot of great relationships as we traveled and meet the people. They'll even take us in their house. We can meet the family and stuff like that, and eat there and stuff like that. It enriches your whole experience when you're traveling here. So,
Okay, when you shopping, don't take the first price. So you always ask for lower it down. If they can, they give it to you.
right. So, the thing here is that they want you to buy their products, but don't take the first price. Ask them for a lower price, and then typically they're going to give it to you. And it's a lot of fun to do that also.
The other thing, don't drive at night because it's not too safe to drive at night. And make sure it's on the daylight and you can see better.
Yeah, because safety here. So don't drive at night. The other thing here, a lot of times you come here, especially if you're here for a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or something like that, don't adopt a dog. Don't adopt a dog, you know what I mean? Especially if you don't plan on taking it back with you. If you don't plan on, be able to do that, don't adopt a dog.
Yeah, it'll be difficult to do it when you leave. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, be careful. Remember, don't go out and get inebriated. Don't get so drunk and all that stuff that you ruin your vacation like that. So be cautious on how you entertain and, what you do, especially after hours. You don't want to get caught in a neighborhood that you don't feel safe in. And so don't overdo your drinking, and you'll have a great time down here.
Make sure you have a good time. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, many don'ts in the drinking part of it. One of the tips we'd like to say is that we always get traveler's insurance when we travel, and so we'd highly recommend getting that for you. You can get emergency medical care, and you can get an emergency evacuation, and so it doesn't hurt to have that little reserve, and it's definitely will save you some money in the long run. Also, we hope that we have given you some ideas here, a little playful time here. And one of the ways that you can keep getting value from our over 200 videos is just by subscribing. And so we appreciate that.
Yeah, it's free.
Now, should you flush the toilet paper, well, ask the person who you're staying with or in a hotel if they allow you to flush the toilet paper. It's a little different here, isn't it? Thank you. Bye. Jerry here.
Jan here.
Lori here.
So I want to tell you how I found out about Jerry Brown's travels. I was thinking about where I'm going to retire, and I was searching for Mexico videos and ran across Jerry Brown's travels. And from then I stuck with Jerry Brown's travels, watched dozens of his videos, and here I am.
Sour sap, fruit, very good to eat. Tastes sort of like a grape.